Oh, can you guys hear me now? Can you guys hear me? Good evening, Lord. Lord, 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 low tech, high check. Oh, Mr. TPAD, I see you. Go ahead. Let me just go ahead and make you co-host. In fact, all my Rich UK family, first of all, happy Friday. Happy residual Friday. What a week. What a month. We are in we have launched. We have launched. Let me see. Let me make you guys co-host because when I say they're coming in thick and fast, some of you came straight from the clubhouse, straight to the palace. I love it. I love it. Okay, let's see. Let's see. First of all, let's just take it back. Greetings and blessings, everybody. Let's do this. Let's make sure you can see the screen. Share. Let's do this. Wow, wow, wow. What a whirlwind. What literally like a past 5 minutes it's just been. And I was like, oh, what's that? What's going on? What's going on? Let's do. Make sure you guys can see properly. Just drop some ones in the chat if you can see the screen. If you can see the screen, because we definitely have something in store for you today. I know a lot of you guys have literally want to find out, okay, what's happening in these global market streets? Like, how can I get a piece? How can I maximize off this thing called cryptocurrency right now? And not even just that, we have so much more on the table. So let me just go ahead and introduce myself to you. I'm introduced to some and present to many. I am Miss Maren UK. I resonate here in Manchester, UK. And I literally said yes to this opportunity of Rich University, which changed the trajectory of my life. It changed how I looked at money, how I spent money. You know, once upon a time, it was just make the money, save it, and spend it, right? I had no idea that your money could actually have legs and grow. I didn't have any idea that you didn't have to work for the money could actually work for you. So what I was able to do through Rich University is really just kind of get my whole entire life together. Okay, get my whole entire life together. We are a fintech startup company which is 5 years old, but today we are in fully fledged launch. The school is open. No longer is it just for, you know, the few who know and those who may know them. We literally are a household name at this point. We have opened up the palace gates and we know that the floods are definitely upon us. And what we really want to do is put you in a position to really understand how money moves, how money is, you know, what money, the current of money, the movement of money, but not just that, how you can acquire wealth, not just for you, but for those who come after you. Those who come after you, I'm talking about your last name. I'm talking about legacy through acquiring digital assets. And I have some amazing special guests in the room tonight that are, you know, my amazing rich king and queens, you know, amazing wealth family that we have here that are going to be sharing a little bit more. But first of all, because this hit hard. I was literally I've been up in that clubhouse strong, let me tell you, and there's so much conversation, rich conversation that is on there. And when I say we are in the biggest digital boom of our time, let me say we are in the biggest digital boom of our time. Thank you so much, my co-host, letting people in. Literally, they're still DMing me right now. Hopefully everybody made it. Go ahead and drop in the Impact channel and our channel that we are live in living color. Drop it in the campus. It's going to be good tonight. I really want this to be, I'm kind of taking it clubhouse style. You know, I do want us to kind of have a conversation because right now we don't realize that we're being blockbusted out of the game. What do I mean? Well, what in the heck is Blockbuster? If you guys were born maybe in the last 20 years or so, you might not know what the heck I'm going on about. In fact, on the screen, you can see it right there. This Blockbuster is now an Airbnb. From Googling and finding it the other day, that all I have to do is show you that red N on the screen. Drop in the chat if you know what that red N stands for, what that red N is. If anybody knows what that red N is on the screen, just go ahead and drop that in the chat. Because a lot of us don't realize how quickly things are moving, how quickly things are changing almost at the speed of thought. There you go, it's Netflix. But do you know, just 10 years ago, Netflix were actually laughed out of the room by Blockbuster. When they came and pitched this idea of streaming online, of people watching movies on demand, Blockbuster were like, who's this guy? Who let this guy in here? There's a whole article on it. I'm not even going to go and even show it you. Just go ahead. Just pull up Blockbuster laughed at Netflix. Blockbuster laughed at Netflix, at a time when they were offering, to Blockbuster to buy them for 50 mil. They're worth like literally over 600 mil today. Like, it's ridiculous. It's crazy. And this made me laugh because this was on a conversation on Clubhouse today, just to kind of put this in perspective, how fast things are moving and what is happening now with your currency, with the way we do money, how this kind of relates. You see, somebody said that they showed their daughter, I think their daughter is like a teenager, and they were clearing out the closet, whatnot, and, pulled out a bunch of this right here, a compact disc. I had no idea I was a dinosaur. I still remember going to HMV and buying CDs. Who knew that would be something that is seen as, antiquated and just like, whoa, you did what? You went where? I mean, right now, the people who are born in this generation, who knows if we'll ever be able to go outside again and, be more than 6 feet closer to each other. Things that, like I said, they're changing at the speed of thought. You see, we don't do music like this anymore. Who knows what that green circle is? Like, who even knows? Hopefully you guys know what a CD is. I'm going to feel really old if you don't. But a lot of people don't in this generation. They don't even know what you do with that. You give them a CD, they're looking at you like, what is this? Is it something I put on the wall? Like, what is this? There we go. Spotify has now replaced the way how we do music. And I could go on and on and on and on. There's actually a meme about it. Because this is where we are today. When we talk about cryptocurrency, when we talk about the new way money is being done, when we talk about we're literally launching and opening our palace gates during the biggest digital boom of our time, what are you going to do? How are you going to maximize? Just like you can see, Blockbuster refused to buy Netflix when it was 50 mil and it's 64. In fact, this is old. It's way more than that now. This was pre-pandemic. All people do is Netflix and chill because they don't really have much choice. There's nothing happening outside. No movie theaters, nothing. Okay. Where are Blockbuster now? In fact, a year after this conversation, they actually went bust. And the article was really interesting. I was going to show it you guys, but I want to stay on track. You see, MySpace. Who remembers MySpace? Who remembers Tom? Having your top 5 friends. We thought that was really like forward thinking, right? I mean, I remember, being on MySpace and creating my page and thinking this was it, that bubble burst. And then they actually rejected Facebook, that famous book of faces that we know so well, for their original purchase price. And Facebook, it's way more than even 439 billion today. And who is MySpace? Who even knows what that is right now? And you can go on and on. You can go on and on. Microsoft, I watched a video of Bill Gates trying to explain, I think it was in like 1994, 95, what the internet was. And they were smuggling, they were chuckling and smirking, thinking, who's this guy? This guy, he's a dreamer. He's never going to make it. I mean, fast forward to now, do laptops even come without Windows? So as you can see, it goes on and on. But what is happening with Bitcoin? What is happening with Bitcoin? Because many of you don't know that there is a rapid change happening with the way how we are doing money. But not even just that. The very government and countries that you are governed by right now are actually trying to stop you from getting in on all the action, trying to stop you from getting a piece of this, wow, $1 trillion market cap right now, a piece of the pie. I'm talking the FCA, the SEC, they're going bonkers trying to stop people from getting a way in. They don't want you to, they never wanted you to get a seat at the table. But the great thing about Bitcoin is that it's actually the people's money. You know, no government governs it. They can't manipulate the price like they're so used to. You know, they can't go ahead and, you know, govern what's happening with it. What does that mean? Well, it means, well, let me first, let's give you a quick history. Let's just take it back before I bring my brother, Mr. TPAD, on in here. Let me make sure I can click on this, because the price today of Bitcoin is a lot different than Bitcoin was a few years ago. In fact, let's just come out of this. Let's just come out of this and show you what's going on. Let's show you the journey. It's 11 years old, guys. It's a grandfather. Oh, my US 30 charts. You know what I've been doing all day, and I'm about to show you how you guys can do the same thing, for real, for real. So Bitcoin today is worth $33,000, $33,000 and some change, right? In fact, this is a sale. It's actually on sale right now. This is like seeing a Bentley have over 10K off. It's a 25% off sale. What do I mean? Well, let's just check the history of Bitcoin. You see, it hit the scene in about 2008, 2009. At that time, it was worthless, guys. It was literally worth about 0.01 cent. Look, this is the flat, this is the curve, you know, it wasn't really worth a lot. And as you can see over the years, it's been steadily inclining. But something recently has happened. Like I said, we're in the biggest digital boom of our time. We're in the time of Netflix. We're in the season of Spotify. We're in the space that if your business is not even online, you don't actually have a business. We see bricks and mortar changing to click and order. We spend most of our time on the internet. You want to check the weather? Where do you go? The weather, you go into a weather app on your phone. You want to order some food, you go onto your phone. Most things you have accessible are accessible on the internet. Why this is exciting for Bitcoin? Because you see that the price has completely skyrocketed. You see, in the last 10 years, if today is 33K and we maxed out, or we what the word, we had an all-time high just a week ago at $41,000. Imagine what that would mean for you. Imagine what that would mean for you if you could acquire some of this digital real estate. Think of it like a property. If you could buy a house, you know, at $33,000 today, and they told you by the end of the year that house would be worth 300,000, I'm sure you would do everything in your power to try and get every single debt known to man, debt till death, aka a mortgage, to try and get hold of that, you know, of that real estate. Well, that's what's happening with Bitcoin. We have people in our community, and I'm going to bring on, you know, Mr. TPAD in a minute. It will tell you. We have people in our community that invested as little as $10. Shout out to Michelle. I'll just tell her story real quick. When Bitcoin in 2010 was 10 cents, when Bitcoin in 2010 was 10 cents, where is it? So where were we? Here we are. Just so you can see the facts. Like everything I'm saying, you know, do a fact check. People say go and do your research. I'm just going to literally show you where the information is and show you where the education lives today, so that you can really, really, you know, do your own due diligence. So round about the time she invested, it was $10, right? Okay, it was $10, somewhere around here. Okay. Since then, she forgot about it. You know, she didn't actually even believe in it in the time. She thought it was a whole scam. You know, you can't see this thing, touch this thing, it's online. 2010, we were still doing CDs. Maybe just about 2010, you know, maybe we weren't doing as much digital activity as we're doing now, like the two examples I've shown you, such as Spotify and Netflix. So what's happened since this digital boom has taken place? Like I said, we've already identified the price went up, but for someone like Michelle who invested $10, when Bitcoin hit 24K that week of Christmas, which was an all-time high, no one ever thought it would go that high. As you saw, 2018, this was the highest it went. It took a little kind of detour, kind of had a little slumber, but it is literally going on to glory and forever and ever, amen, at this point. But when she opened her wallet at 24K, she learned that $10 that she invested, a $10 that she forgot about, wasn't interested in, didn't miss. She didn't have to remortgage her house to put the $10 in Bitcoin. It wasn't her life savings. She had acquired $2.8 million. $2.8 million from a $10 investment. How, Sway? How? How did she do it? Well, just like I told you, if you made a purchase today of any kind of investment and that investment grows, so does your money. And as you can see on the screen, Citibank analysts, because you might say, well, it's all over. You know, I've been blockbusted out the game. I missed it. Absolutely not. You know, absolutely not. You have time to still get in while the government is still they're blocking, they're definitely blocking, but you still have time to get in on the game. So let me just put this into perspective, because you might be thinking, well, I don't have 33,000 to buy a Bitcoin today. Might be a sale for some, but the way how my checking and savings is set up, that ain't a sale for me. Well, the great thing is that you can literally come in with start where you're at. You can acquire as little as $10 worth of Bitcoin, just like Michelle did. And if it from 10 cents to 24K, she made 2.8 mil, then imagine what the increase would be from today's 33K to 300K. Just picture that. Let's even keep going. JP Morgan, they're talking 600 by next year, 2022. Just imagine that. Just imagine that. And before I even go any further, because I have my crypto, Mr. TPAD connoisseur on the line. And when I say he is so knowledgeable in this area, he has access to the amazing academy that you guys will also have access to, should you choose to go ahead and get yourself in position. And I want him to just, first of all, Mr. TPAD, go ahead and just introduce yourselves, to this amazing call right now.
Maureen, Miss UK, my sister from across the pond, I appreciate you for giving me this opportunity to speak on this platform with you. But those of you who don't know, my name is Lamar Adams here in the United States. And inside of the community, the rich community that both Maureen and I are a part of, I'm known as Mr. TPAD, Mr. 10% a day. And 4 years ago, I came inside this space knowing completely nothing. I was all blue collar. I only knew three things: earn, spend, and save. And that was it, dealing with money. Bitcoin, thought it was something that you put on your shirt or something. Knew nothing completely about it. But I did know one thing, that money not invested is money wasted. Write that down. Money not invested is money wasted. So my wife and I decided, you know what? We've tried it the traditional way. Let us do something different and put our money to work for us. Fast forward 4 years later, being inside of this space that Miss UK is going to explain to you about in a moment has allowed us to be in a place where, even in the midst of everything that's been going on with the recession and the coronavirus and everything, we have been able to live a comfortable life where our lives and our livelihood has been maintained, and it's allowed us to do things we would have never imagined. So what I'm gonna ask you to do is to do three things. First, open your mind. As Miss UK said, we are in a digital era right now. Everywhere you look, things are going digital. And yes, at first it's scary. Yes, at first you may not be able to understand it. But there's one thing that we cannot stop, and that is change. We cannot stop change. It's either we adapt to change or change overruns us. Let me say that again. It's either we adapt to change or change will run over us. And this is the opportunity for you to be able to adapt to change while it's still in its infancy stage. As Miss UK just said, Bitcoin has not even took really off yet. It's still, I call it, it's still at its toddler stage. It's learning how to walk. Pretty soon, it's going to run. And when it gets to that point, you do not want to be the one that said, oh, I remember when Maureen, I remember when Daniel, I remember when Joan came and told me about this. You want to be in lockstep, because Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, is the money of the future. Crypto and Bitcoin is the money of the future. I tell people this all the time. The reason why the banks are doing what they're doing now is because they want to do exactly what they did during the Industrial Revolution and during the Gold Revolution. They want their hands in it so they can control it. And when they control it, they can dictate to you how to use it, how much it's worth, and how you can get involved in it. Right now, they
Mr. TPAD, let me just say, like, oh my gosh, you're dropping so many gems right now. Like, for real. Like, I just told them a little bit. Obviously, I'm here in the UK, okay? I'm here in the UK, and I know that the FC, we just literally got off a Clubhouse session where, you know, someone has tried to acquire Bitcoin through one of the wallets and their cards being blocked and all this kind of thing. I know, and I know you're in the United States, and we also see things, you know, changing there. You know, something happened yesterday in a big White House. We saw, you know, somebody that is about to be, you know, the leader of the free world, so to speak, you know, be put in position in that inauguration. You know, there's people in his cabinet that he started to, you know, hearken to that are experts in crypto. Meanwhile, there is another story being told by, you know, some other officials. Just kind of talk a little bit about that, just to put in perspective what is really happening digitally and how you are being there. Desperately, people are trying to keep you out, so you can understand the kind of urgency to move on this today.
Right now, there is conversations that's going on that's saying that, hey, they're getting a little bit too happy with that Bitcoin. They're getting a little bit too happy with that Bitcoin. We've got to come in and get involved in it, whether it's us figuring out a way to tax on extra taxes to it, because they've already put the point to where if you take your Bitcoin here in the US and you convert that Bitcoin into cash, US currency, they can tax you on it. It doesn't matter if it was $500, doesn't matter if it was 5,000, 50,000. The moment that Bitcoin turns into physical cash, they can tax you on it. And they're looking to take that up another notch. Another thing, they're starting to look at it to where unless you are a major investor, you cannot touch it. One case in point is the case with Ripple. They are in court right now. They are in court right now saying that, hey, we're a currency. But the US is like, no, you're not. You are not a currency. You are a company. Wow. And so they're trying to say that you cannot do what you're doing here in the US. And the whole reason why is because they want Wall Street to be able to tap into this further. Absolutely. Here's a little gem. There are already 3 companies that are tapped into Bitcoin. There, and it's on the US market. And even across the pond, you guys can still tap into it too. It's called Grayscale. Grayscale Bitcoin, Grayscale Ethereum, and Grayscale Litecoin. They already own $98 million US, growing right now. So let me just kind of take this back, because I know a lot of you see a lot of information and you hear a lot of information, and that's what we're here to do, to provide the education, or at least give you access to the keys, you know, inside where the best digital education is being taught. Because the truth is, you know, I was just like most of you guys 4 years ago. I had no idea, you know, what was going on. You know, you see news articles like we're constantly seeing this Bitcoin granddad making 28K every month on Bitcoin. You know, we're seeing it on our morning television. People who are earning and making money, and from the outside, you know, it looks like, okay, really, really interesting and exciting, and we want to get our hands on it. But I definitely urge everybody to really get themselves educated, and you know, the academy that we have is literally the best in the world. So the first thing I want you to do, because I also, with what time are we on? It's 7:30, so before the markets close, I want you guys to also get the feeling of how simple it is to actually do what we're about to introduce you to, what a lot of you came here to do, to see not just how you can acquire, because definitely you should be acquiring Bitcoin, but also what we do on a daily, which is trade the constant fluctuations in not just Bitcoin, but gold, oil, your US dollar, the GBP, everything. Like, constantly there is money that's being made, and even that is shifting. What they are saying, different people in different countries, if you're not already in, when you're in, your grandfathered in. But they are limiting new customers from having access. Just a few weeks ago, one of the brokers that we use were accepting US residents for years, and all of a sudden, no more US residents. Here, one of the tools what we use, one of the apps to one of the brokers, to trade cryptocurrency, they recently also limited the trading of CFDs. Why am I saying this? Because you don't want to get blockbusted out of the game.
Imagine that. Think about how Blockbuster feel now there's a Netflix. You don't want that to be you, where you don't have any access and you haven't got a clue what's going on. So this is literally, when I say open day, the doors are open, the gates are open for you to come in and get what you need. And I want you to start here. This is literally, call this free game right now, because this is literally going to give you a taste of the amazing food what is on the table. So pull out your phones, whether it's Android or iPhone. You want to go to your Google Play or App Store and just follow these very, very simple instructions. I'll run the video. Let me know if you can't hear it.
Access your App Store from your smartphone device. Locate the search area and in the search space, type MetaTrader 4, as you can see on your screen. Once found, click on the icon near to the top of the screen, alike to the one you see here. Commence the download as you normally would, and once complete, go ahead and click Open. Great, you have successfully downloaded MetaTrader 4. Let's get ready to trade.
Let's get ready to get paid. Indeed, indeed. So what is it that I've been going on about? Because a lot of you literally came in that last 5 minutes because we were having a discussion about actually being able to make money constantly on a daily, literally every minute. And while your Bitcoin is sitting, a lot of you may have already gone ahead and got yourself a wallet. You see the Bitcoin there, but everybody has to start somewhere. So you start off with your, $10, even if it grows, 50%, that's still, £15. So there's not really a lot that you can, did I just say dollars and then pounds? You know what I mean? $15, $10, £10, £15. Where what we're saying with your investment, that's like a marriage. That's your long money. Okay. That's the long game. We're talking about positioning yourself to be a Bitcoin billionaire, because Bitcoin's limited, FYI, those who didn't know. This is why it's such a valuable asset. There's only 21 million Bitcoins that are in existence. And obviously, the more people that are acquiring coin, the supply and demand continues to increase. And that's what is going to continue to push the value up. Not to mention, all these big, BlackRock and all the other big companies who are getting involved in Bitcoin. So while that's sitting, that's your marriage, okay? For better or for worse, for richer and for richer, okay? In the meantime, what about these bills though? In the meantime, what about the things that we need to, do on a daily basis? So welcome to the world of buying when it's low and selling when it's high. Because unlike, your traditional investments, say like in stocks, where you are invested into the performance of a company. So as you purchase the and whatever it is, you want that to go up, right? You want the value of the company to go up so that what you've invested goes up. Where here on the right side of wealth, things are a little bit different. What you're looking at on the screen is something that took place in 3 minutes this week. Okay, this was a 3-minute situation. So here, and this was literally, I had to screenshot because even I was shocked. So I had 10 cents out of a total $1,000 investment. I thought, okay, well, let me trade 10 cents. That's this 0.01 that you see here. Okay. And where did I get this from? First of all, I didn't just come in here guessing, wondering, okay, let's buy a bit, let's sell a bit. I wasn't chasing the market. That's what a lot of amateurs do. A lot of people who've had bad experiences with trading is because they weren't connected to the experts. And inside the Rich University, we have over 150 of them. So I actually got a text message to my phone that let me know what was about to happen before it happened. And that 10 cents, at this point, it was $100. That's already ridiculous. That's like what, 1,000% increase? Like, where do they do that at? What savings account, what 401k are you getting that type of increase, right? But in the next 3 minutes, when I looked again, something else happened. That 100 had grown 90% to 190, and there was several other things. Now you see, this was negative, now it's positive. Ethereum, welcome to the table. Ripple was about to make it smooth, and all of a sudden, in 3 minutes, I was up almost $300. Now this was from 10 cents investments right here. So how are we doing this? What is happening here? We actually have access to what I like to call the inside of the expert's brain, where they are the ones that are sitting in front of charts all day doing all the analysis. They are completely qualified. They've been Wall Street players, hedge fund and investment guys, working for these higher levels for years. 4, 5, 10, 20, 30 years. Our CEO has 30 years skin in the game, and we get these on demand. So you might be thinking, I've always wanted to get into this. I've heard people talking about it. But when I think about trading, I think of people sat in front of charts and graphs all day, and my life just really ain't set up like that. Maybe you're a single mom, maybe you're a student, whatever, you've got life going on. So that's not really your bag. Well, welcome to the right side of the quadrant. Welcome to the right side of money. So what you get access to today are a unique set of tools and services, and this is what we do with them. This is what we call the Money app. And as you can see on the screen, those 10 senses, those 20 senses, whatever we put in, they start to accumulate really quickly. What you're looking at right now is the movement of money. The movement of money. This is how money moves. You hear Cardi B talking about money moves. This is money moves for real, for real. And this is something that I'm literally about to show you guys right now from that app that you downloaded, that free app that's been living in the phone this whole time. No one told you. You didn't get, a notice with the phone letting you know that you have access to the movement of money and you can benefit. And you've been trying to figure out, how am I going to kind of make ends meet, right? Well, let's go, let's grow. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen for the sake of time. So I want you guys to pull up that MetaTrader 4 app. MetaTrader 4. Let me stop this share. Drop 4s in the chat if you guys have already downloaded MT4. And this is for those that were asking, literally, those who literally came straight out the clubhouse saying, okay, how exactly do I do this? So I want to give you a quick demo. So let's get my screen share, and let me know you guys have it downloaded, because this is not for the curious but for the serious. No longer do you want to just be watching, but you want to start winning. This is an opportunity for you to have skin in the game. So let's get, okay, 1 second. For some reason it's loading. I don't see much fours. Everybody with me? Everybody with me? I see Mr. Michael. Anybody else got their MT4? Okay, what's going on? There we go. There we go. I see you, Matthew. Okay, so you're going to come to a screen when you open up that MT4 app. I see you, Katrina. What you're going to do is, first of all, let me just identify what you're looking at. Because the truth is, if we've been in the game, but we've been playing by the wrong set of rules, you see, what we actually thought that I'll just go and talk for myself, because 4 years ago, you couldn't even show me a graph. I'm running in the opposite direction. That looked like it was something for the academics, for the intellects, not for me. That just didn't look like something. I was creative. I was all about, fashion, and, I was not that chart girl. Let's just put it that way. And so we've actually been blockbusted out all this time, not realizing that it's as simple as ABCs, 1, 2, 3s, shapes and colors. And I'm going to prove that to you right now. So at the top of your screen, or at the top of your phone screen, you're going to see EUR/USD, and some more ABCs on the left. So like I said, this is your ABCs, right? You see some 1, 2, 3s. Okay, you see some 1, 2, 3s. The first thing I want you to do is simply tap. So if you've got an iPhone, I know if you came from Clubhouse, it's straight iPhone, heavy in there, iPhone nation. But if you've got an Android, the options may be slightly different. The first option, instead of trade, it's going to say new order. But what you want to do is just go ahead and hit trade, okay? Or new order, because we want to trade it, or you want to place a new order, right? So we did that. We simply clicked on trade, and now we're about to make a trade. Now next, I said shapes and colors, and here you can see blue rectangle buy, red rectangle sell, 2 options. So even without knowing anything right now, there's 50% chance that you can do the right thing or do the wrong thing. Literally 2 things you can do in these global markets: buy or sell. Everything else you're going to learn when to buy, what to buy, and so forth. But for today, let's go ahead. Let's just choose for the sake of choosing. Let's go buy. So go ahead, hit blue button buy. Hit blue button buy. And just like that, you guys are in the game. You just entered your first trade. You are a trader, and woo, we are up in profit. That trade we just took, we are already up 20 cents, 30 cents, just like that. Money in minutes, money is moving, and you are in the game to actually 60 cents, boom, doubled straight like that. Let me just put this into perspective, because the average person in the UK earns 34.5k a year. That whittles down to 34 pence a minute, and in less than a minute you already doubled the salary of the average person. Amazing. Now you might be thinking, okay, whoa, this is all happening so quickly, this is all happening so fast. How do I get out of this thing? Okay, I'm in it, but I want to take the money and run. Glad you asked. Just how we got in is how we're going to get out. You're going to go ahead and tap and hold where it says Euro USD, which should be the only thing, if you're brand new to the session, that you should see. As you can see, I've been dabbling in these streets. I forgot about these trades, to be honest. I just opened this account for the session, completely forgot that I had $200 sat there. Welcome to the world of multiple streams of income. So we want to get out of this trade. Yeah, we want to close it. We've had enough. Okay, we're good with what we've made. We want to just leave. Just like that, tap of a button, and now it's asking you a question. So before you actually go ahead and sign on that dotted line, you still have the opportunity to continue to increase and make more profit. Okay, and we teach you all this inside the academy, so don't worry. It seems like a rush right now, but if you can follow instructions, if you are coachable, you can literally copy, paste, and profit. So just go ahead and hit that orange banner, boom, and baby, you just entered and exited your first trade. You are a trader. Woo, woo, woo. Yes. So go ahead, drop some fours in the chat if you just had the experience of what so many of the elite, so many of the forefathers of this world have been doing for generations and putting their kids and their people in a position to do. How simple was that? Who do you know that could do the same exact thing that you just did? Who do you know that might be sat at home right now and had the rug ripped from underneath them, and they're sat there looking at a liability called their phone, paying for it every month, not knowing that phone can pay for itself? And like I said, copy, paste, and profit. We get money alerts when we are a part of Rich University. When I say it's definitely some privilege, some palace kid activity going on here. We constantly being sent, buy gold, sell this, buy this, sell that. So that buy and sell you just did, you might be thinking, well, how am I going to know what to buy, what to sell? You're going to constantly be getting messages, guys. You are connected. Welcome to Rich University. And even further to this, you might be thinking, okay, so this is all going a little bit fast. Why have I never heard of this? You know, I'm educated. I've got degrees, I've got masters. Why don't I know about this? Well, the truth is, this has been the best kept secret, hiding from us in plain sight. Why? It's no accident that this is new to you guys. It's no accident that this is a market as old as 4 AD, but you're only learning the rules today in 2021. Because what we do here at Rich University, what we are opening up the gates for, is to put you in a position now to get the level of elite information and education that gives you what the business owners and the investors have got access to. You see, the business owner leverages systems. They are on the right side, where they basically are sharing 95% of this world's wealth. 95% of the world's wealth is being shared between business owners and investors. They only make up the 5%. Meanwhile, you went to maybe public school or private school all this time, where you got your education from. Just like myself, I'm not down in education. I came through the same systems that you all came through, okay? My brain was washed the same way by the system. They taught me how to go to school, to get a good education so I could get a good job, so that I could be a part of the 95% of this world's population exchanging my time and energy for that bread, okay? Sharing 95%, sharing 5% of the wealth, chasing the dollar. Okay, whether self-employed or employed, you're still in the same bracket of exchanging time for money. You don't work, you don't eat, right? Whereas the investor and the business owners, particularly investor, the 1%, but we've come to smash those odds. Currently, 1% of the world make money while they're sleeping. Their money's on assignment. Their money's doing the work. That means that there's no cap, literally no cap. This is what the 3% of the elite, people who have been born into this information. When I say information is transformation, it's no joke. When you know, you know. If you don't know, you just don't know. You didn't know that you had MT4. All this time you had MT4, MetaTrader. All this time you could have been hitting buy, sell, all this time, and you didn't know. Now you know. Now you're rich. You are rich because you are royal. So I just want to say, you know, I'm so excited for those people who are literally about to find out what more is on the table inside these global markets. Now, when I keep saying that, when I keep saying these global markets, I want to put this into perspective. I want you just to kind of take a step back, because you need to know where you've come from to know where you're going. And today, yes, that bad boy Bitcoin is busting up the blockchain, but where it lives inside the market where all the money lives. A word you might hear being dotted about every now and again: Forex, 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 Forex. You might think, what in the Forex is going on? All this time you didn't even know it was just an acronym for foreign exchange. How about that? You thought it was Forex sell, like a man's t-shirt. You thought, oh, this is for my ex. Hey, I don't want nothing to do with nothing for my ex. I've moved on. I am at new levels. No, baby, it's just foreign exchange. A market that you take place in every single day. Every single day. Let me prove it to you guys, because it's simply when money is being exchanged. That's how we're making money, guys. What you just did when you pushed those buttons, that was the exchange of the euro for the USD. And every time there's an exchange, someone gets paid. Every time an exchange is made, someone gets paid. All we do at Rich University is put you in the driver's seat so that you are the one that is benefiting, not your bank, where you go and put all your money, and you put your money in the bank and they don't even keep it in the bank. Okay, they put it in the foreign exchange market and they trade it. They put it in broker account investments. Okay, and they basically contribute to this $6.7 trillion a day market, and they go ahead and turn your hundreds into thousands, thousands into hundreds of thousands, and go ahead and put it back in your account and give you a whopping 0.00000000001%. That can't pay nobody's bills. That's no one's excited about that. Okay, no one ain't trying to hear that. And this is all completely legal. You signed the paperwork for it just to prove it. If you wanted to go and withdraw more than your daily allowance, why have you got a daily allowance? First of all, like it's your money. You've been like robbing Peter to pay Paul to get that bread in the bank. Now you got to go ahead and ask permission to withdraw it if it's a certain amount. Maybe because the money ain't there, because it's sat in their investments and their brokers while they continue to get richer and richer. Well, welcome to the world of foreign exchange. Through Rich University, you will have access to operate this from your smartphone device. Not even 5 days a week. Now it's 7 days a week because of cryptocurrency that isn't governed by anybody's bank. So at the weekends, we can also get Pipsy, baby. We can trade that bad boy Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, ADA, and all the amazing things that we are given access to. And this looks like something in the beginning that might not be, how can I say this? I have to always, say this because I want to just set the mindset. Being a part of the left side for so long, it means that we think a certain way. It means that if we come into a space where now we have access to 6.7 trillion, maybe we want a trillion right now, today. Well, if I said I was going to give you a mil right now, a whole mil, or a magic penny that doubles every day for 30 days, most of you, I'm sure, would take the mil. But what you don't realize is that when your money is actually making money, so a penny that doubles, at the beginning, it's not very exciting. 1 penny, 2 penny, 4 penny, 8 penny, 16 penny. A whole week, you've only got 64 pence, not even a pound. So this is what most people do when they come into the right side of wealth. Because they don't really know the rules, they give up too easy. They don't wait to get to day 10 to see a fiver. They don't wait till even day 18 to see that 1300. Most importantly, they don't wait around to see that day 30 that they could have over 5 mil. Now, how is this happening? How are we doing this? Now, what you are being welcomed into today is a whole different way how we do learning, how we do education. We've been taught a different set of rules. Like I said, inside Rich University, you have access to several elite, high-level academies, products and services that help you with your trading. There's live classes, live in living color, where you can actually connect with professional master educators, people who do this, who've got 7 figures, 8 figures, even some 9 figures Shout out to Crypto Picasso, Ivan Paychecks, all those guys that when they're getting their bread, you have a TV network. I'm not talking about your regular cable TV, you know, when you're watching your ratchet shows and getting entertainment. These are people that are actually putting money in your pockets just by following them, just by doing what they do. You get to be in live trading rooms 24/7 throughout round the clock. And if you miss it, you can go back in. In fact, straight after this class at about 9 o'clock, what is that for you in 4 p.m. EST, we'll actually be doing a quick start for those who go ahead. And like I said, open day, make sure you go ahead and enroll whoever invited you here. The best thing you can do, particularly when I say the DMs, is that they're on spill right now. They're flooded. It's a blessing. So you might have more questions after this, and that's fine. But what we want to do is put people that are already in position right now, today. I told you, like right now, they're trying to blockbuster you out the game. So the key word, the cheat code, you want to message that person, I'm ready, send me the link. I'm ready, send me the link. You'll get access to all this, especially the quick starter class that you'll get all your apps. You'll be shown how to use them, shown how to access the TV network, literally everything tonight. Somebody say tonight. Somebody say tonight. So this looks like it's ECX, but I want to show you some of the unique products we have, like the nightclub. 4 nights a week, guys, you have access to this amazing, my mentor, oh my gosh, Mr. Logic Mix. This is big bro right here. Like, he's been in this game for 5 years. And when I say his trades are serious, I'm talking about 8-figure trading serious. He trades Bitcoin. He's been trading Bitcoin. You might have saw that $4,000 on the screen before, on the phone, the trading screen. That was him. That was big bro. You know, he's been doing this. And he's not just doing this alone. You see, we don't get rich and switch. The vision here is impact. Impacting nations, impacting generations. Through you today, your family can have a completely different trajectory. Because of the Bitcoin you acquire and because of the skill set and the knowledge you acquire, your grandkids can say, oh my God, thank you so much, Grandma. Thank you so much, Granddad. During the biggest pandemic of our time, the biggest pandemic of 2020, I'm so glad that you got in the game and learned the rules. So now, you know, we don't have to fill in application forms anymore. In fact, we're now a Fortune 500 company. How about that? I'm talking generational wealth. But you connect 4 nights a week to what we call the nightclub, the only nightclub. Trust me, you guys who are saved and sanctified, this is not where you go in, you know, you start to get a bit tipsy. Next minute, you leave and you've got way less money than you went in. No, the pips, that's our profits. We make money in the nightclub. Day one coming in, you might not even know what's going on. You might not even understand the lingua. That's why it's important that you connect with people who look like you, who speak like you, and they can show you the ropes, tell you exactly, you know, how to get this bread. And even before I go any further, I just want to ask anybody out there if they have a testimony, something to share. Maybe you literally, you know, you just got involved with the academy. Maybe you're 1 week in, 1 month in, but just to share with the people before I just touch on ECX, you know, before I just touch on yet another $1 trillion market that you guys have access to. I just want to give anybody here the opportunity to unmute and go ahead and let us know, you know, what your experience has been inside Rich U. Oh, you might want to raise your hand. In fact, let me just do this. Let me allow you to unmute yourself. So if anybody wants to go ahead and share a testimony, doesn't necessarily even have to be a money testimony. You know, it literally could just be your experience since you've been inside the community. I see plenty of my rich brothers and sisters on the line. Hey, I hear somebody.
Yeah, good evening.
Hey, who is that?
It's Mr. A, it's your father.
I am your father.
I don't know why I made that sound so depressing.
I felt like I was in trouble.
No,
It's a family affair, guys.
It's an absolute joy. Well, yeah, I mean, that's one of the main things that I was going to talk about, that, you know, it's, you know, a space where you can come together with like-minded people, even people who don't start off as being like-minded, to work out how you can, A, get in the game, and then B, profit in the game. Because you don't come into this and plow your own furrow if you don't want to. You're not alone. Every single thing that has been said to you tonight about how you can come into the game and make profit comes from the sharing of information in two ways. Information that you're entitled to because you become a member of a phenomenal organization, the International Mastery Academy and Rich University, both of whom combine to make sure that you have access to successful trades. You don't make anything up on your own. It's all there for you if you want to use it. And then secondly, in terms of, you know, your personal development and your growth and, you know, getting, you know, attuned to this space, growing in the space, there are just so many people who will, you know, help you and, you know, push you along or give you a quiet word here and there. And, you know, that's what I've learned. You know, as much as I think I've known about life and understood about life as, you know, someone who's, you know, maybe a bit more mature than others on the call, the last year or so that I've been in this academy, I've gone back to school. I've gone back to school and relearned so many things. And, you know, that's why I think, you know, we can all benefit from this if we choose to open our mind to it and take the opportunity. So that's
what do you do for a living, Mr. A?
Oh well, I mean, some people say not very much, but no, I'm a solicitor. I'm a career solicitor. I've been doing it for 37 years. I love it. It's my main business. I'm not going to pretend, you know, that trading is, you know, my kind of aim in life. It never has been, and I can say it never will be. But what I know is that it can contribute to mine and my family's well-being because of the opportunities that are there in it. So yeah, I love being a lawyer. I've been on that quadrant that you showed. I've been in all the corners of that quadrant, and I'm probably in 3 of them right now as we speak. And there's nothing wrong with any of them. But what I can say is that in terms of return, immediate return, there's nothing like that investor quadrant. And I say that as someone who has been in the legal game for 30 years, for over 35 years, had businesses. I've loved all of those things. But in terms of return for what you put in, there is nothing like the bottom right-hand corner of that quadrant. So if you can tap into it, position yourself into that quadrant, it will dwarf your kind of rate of success than in any of the other quadrants, which are all great, but you know they have their limitations.
Wow, no, thank you so much. I'll definitely pay you later. I'm joking. You know, I just wanted to ask that. I just wanted to make it clear, because a lot of when people come into this space, time is something, or, you know, whatever it is that they do, you know, on every day, and they wonder, well, can that work with me? Can I really, am I able, you know, to manage this with everything else that I've got going on? And so I think that, you know, Mr. A is an example of that. You know, he has a law firm. He has, you know, he's already a business person. He already, you know, has had some success, but still saw fruit in this space. And just like he's saying, going to back to school, having to relearn, you know, some things that we may have learned. You know, he's a clever guy. But this is definitely a great space. What I'm showing you here on the screen, this is what we call our Go Live TV. This is a whole network, guys. You can see the kind of numbers that are being attracted into this academy. You know, 93,000 views this week. This person's had 89,000 views. And we're going to show you, we're going to give you a run through of exactly how to navigate through this and how to get on those live sessions. I think the main piece is that you are not alone. The main piece is that there's somebody always there. You know, you come here, you see who's live, and you can simply just click on them and follow what they're doing. Let's even just test that theory. Like, I'm giving you so much free gems. I'm giving you so much free gems right now. And I'm literally going to touch on ECX in a moment. Is this even, what's going on with the computer here right now? I think I'm clicking right. Because the great thing is that you get propelled into their world. You get to watch them. You get put in group chats with these educators if it's somebody that you like. Let's just refresh. It might have actually logged me out. So what you actually get on this side of the quadrant, you get to be in the room with people that maybe you've not qualified, maybe you've not gone and studied and paid thousands of dollars, right? To be in a live trading room on a live trading floor. Well, look at this. You get a full schedule to see where those who are, this is what they do for real, you can just get in and watch with them. You can just get in and do what they do as they're doing it and profit. I'm talking about in real time. And let me see if I can just really quickly, let's get up Dr. K, because we know that she gets the bag. Like, you get on her session and try and leave, you know, try and not leave a little bit richer. Let's go ahead and watch one of the last ones really quick. She is a whole pastor as well, guys. I just want to forward through to some pip catching. I've not even planned this. Let's see. Oops, can you hear?
Like a take profit right here. Next one right here.
So what she's doing, guys, she's literally marking up the chart so you don't have to. You know, gone are the days where you just watch EastEnders to watch. You're literally watching her put exactly all the markings, using her expertise. She's turned $40 in this market when she started 6 years ago in this game. She turned $40 to six figures just because she went off biblical principles and she learned from Ecclesiastes 11:1 that it is good to enter into foreign trade because you don't know what this world may give you. She learned that through the word, it says that you should have 7 streams of income, even 8, because that's the only way you can really sustain yourself in this world. And as you are seeing on the screen, she's literally writing buy US30, where the take profit is, and where, in case of
Yeah, we got to give it 7 after. Remember, I said if it opens a little.
Let me turn it down because I know it's hard to hear when it's playing on your side. But guys, when I tell you copy, paste, and profit, that's literally all I can stress. And you get access to a full schedule of 6, 7, and 8-figure experts daily, where you can plan your life around, you know, basically when to go in and get the bag. It's just that simple. We have channels for cryptocurrency. We have channels for people trading gold. We have channels for people that are trading higher frequency binary options. But we also, our newest academy, we have channels for people who want to learn how to earn off people that are shopping online. Welcome to the ECX Academy. What is e-commerce though? What actually is e-commerce? At the beginning of this open day, I shown you that we are in the biggest digital boom of our time. I showed you that we are now doing things online more than ever. I said click and order is replacing bricks and mortar. So I want you to have a quick look at this vid. I'm not going to play the whole thing, but just to kind of give you a brief understanding of what ECX, and I have somebody on the line as well that is an amazing that has done amazing at ECX since we launched this in November. So I'm just giving you a heads up, clue friends, you know who you are. I would love to hear your testimony, but just feast your eyes on this. Oh Lord. Let's go to the let's go online. I don't know why this is happening to all the videos. For some reason they keep timing out like that. Well, let's just see which one this is.
So you need a freelancer. The obvious choice is going to Fiverr.
Don't you just love adverts?
Now again,
okay, so
this
this
call
definitely
will
isn't
be.
what I wanted. Let's see. If not, we'll keep it moving. You know, low tech, high check. Let me tell you, low tech, high check. Let's see.
And now,
okay, so my computer's got a mind of its own, so we might have to skip this portion, but you know, I'm relentless. Let's I am mastering. Let's see if it comes up. Hopefully it does. I think this might be it. That's a testimonial video, guys. Well, let's watch. Oh, there you go. There you go. I think this is it anyway.
Hey guys, my name is Ariana Gerandi. I'm from Venezuela. I've been doing ECX Academy for about 3 weeks now, and I'm so excited about this product because it's something that I've been wanting to do for so long, and so far I have 80 sales, and I cannot wait to see the outcome in the next 90 days.
My name is Susie. I'm from Los Angeles. With ECX Academy, I learned how to run ads and test them with a couple of strategies. I was able to sell more than 900 units. The Academy is awesome, and I highly recommend it.
Hey, my name is Johnson, and I'm from Los Angeles. I would say my favorite aspect of the ECX Academy is the fact that these videos take these long, complicated chunks of information, and they break them down into small, simple steps. This course basically taught me how to identify and sell to very passionate niches.
So let's stop there. This wasn't the video I wanted, but it was still good because it was like an example of those people who are definitely winning in the space. I have no idea why, like I said, low tech, high check, boy. I don't know why it doesn't show the video, but all it was going to tell you in the video is let you know that there's so many people right now globally. I mean, it's a no-brainer. Just think about it. Everywhere we put our money constantly, it funds the global markets, right? It creates a market. And we know that more online selling, we started at the beginning talking about, you know, things being online, things being digital. So all e-commerce is the simple buying and selling of online goods. Now, why do you care about that? So you don't have to only be a customer. This is the point. We're shifting. Everything we talk about in Rich is right side, okay? Right side of wealth, right side of the money, right? So on the right side, what the investor is doing right now, while he's sleeping, he is also able to benefit for when people are shopping. When people are online 24/7 around the clock, you know, online shopping doesn't close. If I want to wake up at 3 in the morning and buy a pair of shoes, those shoes coming from? You know, whose store? Like, let's just imagine this, because you might be thinking, okay, sounds good. And I've even tried to, you know, have online stores and all that in the past, but I had to accumulate a lot of inventory. And number one, I don't even have the space for it. And you know, if I don't shift product, you might have a traditional shop, and if you don't shift the product, it sits there, right? So you don't make your profit. Well, I want to introduce you to something called drop shipping. And drop shipping, quite simply, is the ability to not have inventory, but actually you can position yourself through this amazing academy to know and learn how somebody can literally go online. They can see something listed. So let's just do a practical example. I'm very practical. So I want a pair of shoes, right? I go online for these shoes. In fact, maybe I've already been looking at shoes. That's how there are all these, everything's talking, everything's working together. You might wonder why the things that you look at start following you around the internet. Well, you're actually being taught. So right now you've got a store. You came into ECX Academy, you followed all the rules. Now I want to make a purchase. I want to buy a pair of shoes. I go on my Facebook, I go on my IG. There's the very shoes that I was looking for. I've been, you know, scouring and searching, but now I see them, but even better, I see them half price. So that creates an impulse buy. I want to buy them now because the shoes was 150 before, now they're 75. So let me go ahead, click. When I click, I end up in your store. Now you don't even physically have these shoes. You just have them listed on your website. Now, when I go ahead and purchase those shoes for 75 pounds, what happens? You get a notification that says Miss Moran UK just bought a pair of shoes in your store. Now what do? Because remember, you don't have the shoes, but you now go to your supplier who does have the shoes. And actually your supplier has the shoes for $10. So you can already, if you can't do maths, let me just say you're already 65 up. Okay, you send them the $10 for the shoes, they're happy. You send them my address. Okay, you don't even get your hands dirty. All you did is fulfill the order. Remember that word, systems, leveraging systems. What the business owners do, they have systems in place so that they can leverage. So now, happy days, you're 65 pounds up, I get the shoes, and that's basically what drop shipping is. So there's no experience needed for that. Right now we're in a lockdown, lock off tier 10, tier whatever you want to call it. Everyone around the world, you've got different terms that your government's basically using. So the fact that you can't play out anymore, the fact that you you can't even touch people or whatever anymore. So we're seeing more and more that people are at home twiddling their thumbs, wondering exactly how they can turn the internet into an industry for their household. And you don't need any experience. We've got you covered end to end. We teach you everything. There's also an academy for this, where you have people that are on there that you can do live sessions with. You get the training videos. Look, you don't have to be a tech. Look, you've seen me tonight. I've had pure technical difficulties. That ain't stopping the bag. Let me just be like completely transparent. Low tech, high check, because you don't even have to go and get the customers. You don't even have to know how to advertise. We show you all of that, how to grow your sales and the automation, even a virtual assistant who fulfills orders for you. And the same way we got the TV. But I want to take a chance right now to bring in my sister, my friend, who is, when I say she is taking these online I'm going to let her tell you for herself, but she has just been an amazing example of what it takes to just come in and just be open to learning. Mr. TPAD said, have your mind open, open to a different way of doing things. And I'll let her tell a little bit of her story, kind of her background and how she got into this. But through the ECX Academy, she's been able to be a very successful ECX business owner and has an online store. So let me go ahead. I don't know if I can even see you, but I'm going to allow you, all participants, to unmute themselves because I can't find you in the list. But Miss Affluence, there we go. Talk to us. Like, hello, good evening. How you doing? First of all, happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
So tell us a little bit, Amanda, how you have managed to leverage the ECX Academy to make it work for you, and a little bit of your journey.
So basically, I've just started back to my first sale, which was the 3rd of December. So I've been doing this for under 2 months now. But fortunately, today I've looked at my sales and I'm on 165 sales.
Woo!
Thank you.
165. That's amazing. Keep going.
Awesome. So basically, yeah, as you explained before, the ECX Academy pretty much covers everything. So it shows you exactly what it is, how to build your website, how to build your Facebook adverts, when to scale up, how to automate the system. So I'm just at the scaling position at the moment. So I'm just currently scaling up. At the moment, I'm averaging 10 orders a day. So the process is really, really good, and it's really passive as well. So you're basically doing nothing. You're sitting there, your phone's pinging, cha-ching, 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 order, order, order. So then basically just fulfilling the orders at the end of the day, really.
That's amazing. I'm so godly proud of you just for having the mindset, to think that this was even a possibility. Because when I tell you something, guys, you can get all the training, you can have all the guidance, the mentorship, connect to our fabulous academies. But if you don't believe that this can be a reality for you, if you truly don't see yourself doing these things, then it doesn't really matter. So I'm so godly proud of you, Amanda. Like in record time, in less than 90 days, you're doing what takes some people a year. I've spoken to so many people to do with this drop shipping and e-commerce, and they've told me, yeah, I've been doing this for a year now, but I'm not really shifting any product. If they shift 1 or 2, 3 things a month, that's a big deal. So in less than 2 months, you said your first sale was the 3rd of December, and now today you're already on 165 sales. Now, guys, past profits don't guarantee future results. Everybody's going to apply themselves differently, but if you follow the plan, like what Amanda said, everything is laid out. I'm literally giving you another sneak peek to show you where we have a absolute full academy, which you can click on, and they give you all the videos step by step. You can go back then to your TV channel where you will have access to the live sessions twice a week. Let me just even talk about that. Because all platforms are not created equally. And we have somebody called Chris Reef. I don't even see if I have him here. If I have him to hand to show you. Let me see if I've got him on this. Because Chris Reef is basically the master educator that shows you step by step everything that he's doing and how you can do it with him. And he's a big deal. When you're talking about results, you really want to go to those who are documented and have the things that you actually want. And the Amazon CEO, Jeff Bezos, being the richest man in the world, if he had a summit and he wanted to, have people on his panel who are able to show how you can make money on this online shopping space. We all know Amazon, another system that's in place where we order from, and he's basically maximizing off this digital boom. Oh, 1 second, let's just move this out of the way. Okay, malfunction real quick. He invited Chris Reef. Chris Reef is an 8-figure Shopify seller and e-commerce expert. There's no one bigger than him in the game that has made more online transactions. He is literally the GOAT, the greatest of all time. He's been doing this for 8 years. Why is this relevant? Because he is your teacher. You have access to him. Amanda, I don't know if you're still there, but I remember on a live session, literally, and this just got started, and you had an issue with your website. I've bragged on this story so many times, so I'm glad that you can kind of tell it yourself. And you was having an issue with something that was on your website, your car, I can't remember what it was, but you dropped a message in the chat, because these live sessions are live for real, guys. You can communicate, you can say the issues you're having, and they will help you. What did he do for you in that moment? He actually, just tell us, he actually went in and looked at it, right?
I remember, I can't remember the exact issue. You remember him saying, contact me on Instagram and I'll sort it out for you. But I actually managed to sort it out myself beforehand, so we never had to. But the funniest thing is I have to contact him today because I need help again. So hopefully I'll do the same thing again today.
Yeah, and like I said, when I say, just imagine, okay, let's say you needed help with tennis, right? You're playing tennis, you need help on your backswing or you serve, I don't know the tennis terms, but you needed some help, right? Who would be better to go to than somebody like a Serena Williams? You know, if you could WhatsApp her, oh, I just need a few pointers. You know, if you could WhatsApp a Michael Jordan, if you were into basketball, if you had Messi on speed dial, where you could even have like a one-on-one session or a live session with him to kind of work on you. Oh, don't get me, I don't know the terms. You strike. Your layups. Is that I'm mixing up my tech terms, but you know what I'm talking about. That's the value of having this kind of on-demand mentorship. It's unmatched. Literally, this is not even in the price tag. This is not even in the price tag. But let's talk about price point for a minute, because we know that all traditional education, we are used to going to school and paying a hefty front end tag for it. What do I mean? Normally, you acquire some kind of student loan debt, okay, so that you're able to go to school. And right now, there are the best, what are known as like those kind of creme de la creme, you know, what do you call it now? Like the Oxfords, the Cambridges, the Harvards, red brick, we call it in the UK universities, that are like the best, where the elite go, where the Prince Charleses and all those people kind of go, okay? Right now, they are actually setting up to do introductory courses to Bitcoin, to investments. I've had several Oxford Uni courses on my timeline to do with investments. How much do you think you're going to pay for those things? How much do you think you're going to pay? I see the registration for this one is already closed. That's very interesting. You see, this is only a 5-month course, and every single semester it's going to cost you $3,000. You know, you paid like $20,000 a year normally for education. Well, not all education is actually created equally, because like I said at the beginning, we don't want to be blockbusted out the game. We don't want to be in a position where we can't get in, we can't get access, because maybe we just don't have the funds, you know, we don't have access to people who know how to help us. Well, this is why I really want to show you how you can actually get started and get involved today, because this blew my mind. I know what's on the table. I knew the value of being able to make money daily, make money from my phone. I knew the value of being sleeping and my money is actually working for me. And I also knew that the price ticket traditionally cost about $5,000 to $10,000. And that's even before you even get tools, apps, services, you know, those, you go to university, they give you basically an out-of-date education. By the time you finish school 3 years later, you know, things have normally changed. You don't get an investment when you do those courses at Harvard. You don't get tools. You don't get access to those people who are actually trading and earning in that space. You just get information, which is an amazing thing. But like I said, it's all digital education is not created equally. Well, what do you get inside Rich? First of all, you don't have to be paying Sally Mae student loan debt and have people dipping in your pay packet for the next 10 years, whether you choose to continue, you know, in that area or study or not. You get access on demand where you can actually pay in installments. What do I mean? You have access to the same opportunity that Floyd Mayweather saw valuable. He's partnered with our academy. He is also a customer that trades inside our academy, uses our tools, mentorship, all the things I've shown you today. Same like Bob Proctor. Guys, today you actually can get in for a startup for a one-time fee of as little as $235, and you can stay connected on a monthly. No, you don't have to drop a $10,000 bag. You don't have to go and get a loan. You can pay month to month. This means the average person, the mother, the student, you know, the busy, whoever, they can afford this. Guys, you spend this money regardless. Let me tell you, this is like, you know, this is cheeseburgers. This is like $4.50 a day for us in the UK. That's money you're going to spend on whatever. You know, that's a bus ticket, like for real. A cup of coffee. And even better for those who literally came straight from the clubhouse wanting to know how you can trade and save in Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. What I would definitely say, the elite side of life is where it's at. Because if you, like me, when you go to the buffet, the all you can eat, you don't want to just, you know, get the noodles or just get the spring rolls, or, you know, just go to the you know, to the, what do you call it, the sushi counter, where they do all the fresh food and all the rest of it. You want to try everything. You want all the help that you can get. You want to stack that plate. You don't know if you like gold. You don't know if you like, you know, Ethereum modern, you like trading, you know, higher frequency binary options. You don't know. This is all a language that's brand new, right? So you want all the help you can get. Well, guys, for me, this blew me away, because you today can get access, fully fledged access for $325. You get everything I've shown you about ECX. You get access to the digital platform, to all those educators that are showing you how to trade daily, no matter which platform that they're on, whether it's Forex, HFX. Let me just slow down and show you exactly what I'm talking about. So the single academies, definitely that gets you in. Everyone's got to start somewhere. But time-wise, if we think of time-wise, this is very focused. So you're going to get, say you go for the FRX, you get the academy related to FRX. You get the channels related to FRX and one tool. Well, when you get elite, you don't just get the FRX Academy, which shows you everything from beginning up. You also get the DCX Academy, which is going to show you about what's happening with Bitcoin, cryptocurrency. Also, all the TV channels. You don't want to be locked out. You don't want to see somebody live making money at the time that you're available and you can't access it because you don't have the master key and you want all the tools. Every single one. Look, when I'm saying you can add these on, that is absolutely right. But we all know wholesale is always where the money's at. That's where the savings are at. That's why we go Costco and buy massive bags of rice instead of just buying the little ones, you know, from the grocery store or your corner shop. We always know you get a better deal when you buy things in bulk. So rather than adding on 1, 2, 3, by the time you buy it on 2, you may as well have got the package. This is 40 quid more, yeah, for my UK people. Yeah, this is literally like, what are we talking about here? Let me even just show you the breakdown, because when you reach out to me or whoever on this line and you say, send me the link, I'm ready, this is what it's going to look like. This is what it's going to look like. This is how you're, this is how you're going to be one step away from getting the keys to inside the palace. So let's just say, go ahead and click on Elite. Definitely what all of us inside the academy are using. You're going to see the breakdown. So each of these academies, if you were to get them separate, then you would have had to pay $235 each. But not only do you get all 3 of those included in this, you get every single tool. Look, when I say swipe coin is bay, if I had more time, I've definitely got to wrap up. I've got way carried away. We've got our starter class for you guys who've gone ahead and got in. Let me just say congratulations. I see you in the DM. I'm coming to you. When I say you get access to swipe coin, the level of accuracy, the way how this is pumping out alerts, like 3, 4, 5, 6 alerts in 1 hour, like Davina, shout out to D, that Forex chick that's inside our community. She makes $8,000 overnight from just trading Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Ripple, while her wallet is sitting. In fact, she's big. She's acquired a whole coin now because of this, and her goal is to have 3 coins. She is on the 3 coin marathon, telling everybody, if you don't have 3 Bitcoins, 3 whole coins, then you're not even. She's talking about 16 generations deep. Yeah, 3 coins gets you wealth for 16 generations. Like, she is on this thing. So she is definitely using the fluctuations of the market through the alerts that Swipecoin is giving her every day to accumulate thousands in her account. And then she can go ahead, she can do what she wants with it. She can buy more Bitcoin, she can do ahead, whatever you guys do with your money. And it goes on and it goes on and it goes on. As you see today, just for getting in today, getting that elite package today, you have a discount of $659.36. $659.36. That gets you access to everything. And if that wasn't even good enough, you know, if that wasn't good enough, because I definitely think that's a steal. Even though you are able to do what most people aren't able to do when we're talking about elite education, you don't have to pay the upfront fee, but maybe you never pay a fee again. Like I said, all education is not created equally. Here inside Rich University, we actually give you a scholarship where in theory you could come in today, pay that $300, get access to everything, get in the game to start earning immediately, just like we pressed those buttons on our phone before. Guys, and if 2 people that you know that also want to do exactly what you're doing, who doesn't want to make, you know, extra money from their phone? Who doesn't want to be in a position to generate 4 figures overnight in their sleep? Who doesn't want to know this? This is like, at this point, this is a call to action. This is a must. If the governments are trying to stop us from acquiring coin, acquiring wealth, cryptocurrency, then don't you think that this is something we need to urgently be telling people? And at that point, when you refer maybe your cousin, maybe your auntie, maybe your friend, whoever, to the academy for being a part of their vision, actually waive your fees completely. They give you a scholarship where they cover all of your school fees. That is literally unheard of. I recommended so many people to the course I did at Salford Uni, and they didn't even stop taking money out of my check when I left there for the student loan, let alone give me the rest of the course for free. Are you crazy? Like, that's not something that is done. It's absolutely unheard of. So I want to go ahead and end there. This has been an absolutely amazing session. I'm so excited for each and every one of you that I've got the information that is required for you to make a decision, make a move, because really that's where it starts. You know, information and knowledge can only be power once it's applied. You guys are living in 2021, the biggest digital boom of your time. You don't want to be the ones that didn't do anything, didn't make a call to action. Even worse, you don't want to be the ones that gambled with your own money and thought, well, let me just figure this out, without education, without guidance, without having the right navigation, without having the tools, the apps, the services, what the experts have access to, all for a couple of $100. Are you for real? Let me just tell you a real quick hack, yeah? A real quick hack when it comes to wealth, because we've been on the left side for so long that we completely don't even know how to even approach money, let alone, we don't even realize that money only goes where it's invited. It's current, it moves. And outwards, so much of our minds are so closed that we don't realize that the wealthy have been playing a completely different set of rules for years. They have different habits. You see, while we're trying to, you know, hold on to our money and wondering, you know, if it will grow if we continue to save it, those on the right side, they don't look at opportunities such as investing. They never ask how much it will cost. They ask how much it will make them. They always look at the back end. How much am I going to make from this decision that I make today? You see, price is relative. Price fluctuates. I told you Bitcoin is on sale right now. Most people look at that and see, well, it dropped. It was 40K. Now it's 33K. The investor's looking at the fact that it's going to be 300K. Imagine buying a Bentley today for, I don't know, 100 quid. Does that mean it's not a Bentley anymore? It's still a Bentley. You would run and jump because you have a consumer mindset. You will see that it's on sale. That's the same way how we look at these markets. We look at the long-term gains, not the short-term, not what's happening on the short term. So I just urge each and every one of you that are listening to the sound of my voice, every single person inside the Rich Palace said yes. They said yes, not necessarily knowing all the answers, not necessarily understanding fully, but they learnt that on their own understanding. And now they're in a position where Forex, cryptocurrency, and ECX is blessing them exponentially daily. And I want to be the first one to welcome you into the Rich Palace, because the truth is the truth is the bottom is crowded. It's fully loaded. All types of things are going on down there that I don't want no parts of. But here at the top, let me tell you, it's definitely the right side to be. So I'll see you at the top because it's way, way, way too crowded at the bottom. Shout outs to all those who just got in. I'm literally going to get to you guys now and send you the link for tonight's very special exclusive quick start, where we will show you in the next 30 minutes how to download all your apps, how to be in the game, and literally you can start earning over this weekend. So blessings, love and light. Happy Residual Friday. Clubhouses, I will see you on the Rich University Clubhouse for our residual party, our Residual Friday party. Blessings, guys. Have a good evening.